What were you like as a child?
Mine is funny. When I was a child, I dreamed to make my own movie. I was excited. I wanted to be a film director because I like watching movies. I like reading. I like storytelling. I wanted to be a film director. As I grew up, I realized it's too much work.
When I was a child, honestly, I wanted to be a famous actress. True, as a child, I wanted to be an actress because I grew up in theater. That's where I grew up. So I didn't even think of becoming a doctor or a lawyer. I remember wanting to be a fashion designer. But when I grew up, things changed. I chose a different direction. At the same time, as an adult, I feel like I wish I was a child because there's no need to worry about life and stress. We had fun. It was fun. We enjoyed ourselves. We never thought about the future. But now we think about the future. We think about life. We think about lots of things.
When I was a child, I wanted to be a movie director. Then I grew up. I wanted to become a dancer, a famous dancer, even though I didn't know hip hop. That's why I was always clubbing. Then I grew older. I wanted to be a psychologist. Now I'm older. I don't know.
You need to discover what you like. You'll know exactly where to go. That's it.
Remember, we don't have, what's it called? Life coach?
A life coach.
We don't have.
True. Okay, next question. The question asks, what is the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you? I have many things, but one in particular. My most embarrassing thing happened when I was walking in the mall. I'm walking. Even worse was that I didn't even see where I was going and I missed a step. I was also wearing a dress. So, as I was walking, I slipped and fell flat. There was a guy who looked very handsome walking towards me. I froze. I couldn't move. My dress flew in the air as I fell forward because I was looking at the handsome guy coming my way. I was feeling myself, not watching the step. Then I fell face down, dress up. I didn't want to move. There was a lump in my throat. I swallowed hard. I felt extremely embarrassed. From that moment on, I didn't look up. That's my most embarrassing moment.
That's why you no longer wear dresses.
I've always worn pants, but at that time, I remember going to the mall wearing a dress. I fell, dress went up, and I froze. It was 4 years ago, more or less.
The question asks, who is the most influential person in your life? The person who influenced your life and you look up to them as a role model. Mine was my English teacher, I think in grade 8. She was my role model because she taught me about life skills. She taught me to open up. She taught me to stand up for myself, to fight for what's right. She's my role model. My favorite subject was English because I like reading, writing, and poetry. I like everything about English in depth. like philosophy. That person is my English teacher. I can say your name. I'm sure you know who you are. I love you.
Say her name.
Lauren Pry. This is her sign name. My favorite teacher. I love you, Lauren. If you're watching, I love you. Your turn.
My role model. I grew up looking up to my father. He taught me lots of things about life. He taught me about difficult times. He taught me how to have thick skin from the outside world. So I learned lots of things he taught me. I learned lots of things. My father always says to me, don't worry, control your emotions. Control your emotions. Keep your mind cool. Keep your mind cool and your emotions warm. That's what my father always says every time when I'm angry or frustrated, because his words always make me feel calm. So
I'm sure your father's wise.
very wise. I can't fool him. Even if you try to lie, he will catch you. You'll fail. He knows me well.
The first time I met your father, I froze. Remember, I was sitting in your room when there was a knock. Your father opened the door. I froze holding a drink. I'm sure your father looked at me thinking I was a statue.
Because my father has a very serious face. People think because of his face, he's serious, but it's not so. People think he's strict, tough like steel, because of his face. But he's not tough like steel. He has a gentle heart.
He's like a teddy bear. He's a teddy bear. Sorry.
What important thing or lesson have you learned in life?
I learned that this life is so difficult. Let's say in politics. GBV. Many things. Let's say our youth always go in a particular direction. Politicians fight for perfect service delivery for the economy and education. Let's talk about education. Our schools. Private schools are expensive. We also have deaf schools. What I've learned is that life is difficult. It's difficult. I can't say my plans will be the following and plan for the next 5 years because it won't be perfect. Our politicians, our economy, our education. Welcome to South Africa.
My life lesson that I learned is to humble yourself and know who you are. Whatever the world brings upon you, you know where to go. Today in life, we have issues of load shedding, GBV, President Ramaphosa, with people always complaining about him until now. Lots of things happen in our lives today. Back in the day, life was good. Now life is expensive. The rand manipulation. Everything is expensive. Yes, but we live in SA and we are on our own.
Amen.
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 I asked myself if I should go vote for the 2024 elections. I have no idea. I don't want to waste my energy with that. But I encourage the youth to go and vote for your future. The question asks, do you have any regrets? Do you have any regrets? I don't have any regrets.
I do have regrets. I do. I regret not meeting Losha Cooper. I ran away. I ran away for nothing.
Indeed, I have no regrets. I'm grateful for all I have so far.
I regret not meeting my crush. My problem is I ran away. It's like seeing a snake moving. My crush was beautiful and perfect. But I still ran away. I ran away.
I have no regrets. I'm grateful, yeah?
Well, that's how you know myself and Lerato. You see, the questions were all answered. Now you know who we are, why we started a podcast, why we discuss certain topics. We can talk about life, we can talk about education or whatever. Now you know who we are.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like. Say it.
To like,
Comment on YouTube. This is the sign for YouTube. On Facebook, Twitter, please continue watching and supporting us. Share your comments on YouTube. Thank you for watching. We love you. Cheers.
we love you. Signing out.